everybody, and welcome back to Scryptar having a serious case of the man flu. Yep, I'm sick. You might be able to hear it. My nose is either completely blocked or it's running like crazy. The blood pressure is somewhere in the cellar, but not the one behind me. Ah, bad joke. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Serious case of the man flu. So, what am I doing right here? Why am I in the house? What is that contraption behind me? I'm glad you asked. Yeah, let's have a look. Also, look at the bottom left. We get kills, one after the other. I'm going to show you that in a second. So this right here is the water generator, which I made, I think, off cam. Water generator. Right here. It's not really that difficult, right? It's just some iron plate, some glass, and a water bucket thing. Yep, then we still have the fluid tanks, which I made, thankfully, a bunch of, because now they are disabled with the latest update. Bad luck, right? So this guy is pulling water out of that, and then on this side, as you can see by the arrows there, it's pushing into the soaking pot. And that soaking pot is doing things. There's cobblestone in here, and that cobblestone is going in there. And when the cobblestone is done transforming into mossy cobblestone, as the tooltip on the top left shows you, the hopper takes it out and puts it in here. So why am I doing this? Oh, I'm glad you asked. I'm going to show you. I'm so glad that I found this. This really helps. So that right there is the swamp homie. Here it is. It does this. Yep, that's all it does. We finally have a way to make mossy cobblestone back into cobblestone. I can put that straight back into the hopper now. So what does that do? Well, it converts the moss that it takes from the cobblestone into excess aura. So if you remember, we have those leaves over there. When they decay, they fill up the aura, but only halfway, right? So if I stand over here and you look down here, bottom left, that's where the halfway point is, kinda. That is normalized aura. This is 100% level. If we come over here, we didn't put down too many blocks, you can fill that up even further. It can go above the halfway point. And if you do that, you can use that excess aura, which many of the things need. They only work on excess aura to do stuff. What would I do with that? Well, for example, I've been breeding cows and sheep, and when you do that and there's excess aura around, you get something very nice. Which is the spirit of birthing. There is a chance to get that, but it needs to have excess aura around. Yup. So what do you do with that? Well, with the altar of birthing, I think we made that before, and I had it in storage. So when I redesigned the platform a couple episodes ago, this was still in storage. It's just, yeah, it's not that bad, right? Yeah, done that, been there, all the things. So this thing can do a couple of things. It can basically call every creature into life, as long as you have Spirit of Birthing and 1 or 2 more required ingredients. So there's sheep, spiders, wolves, all the things. If we scroll until page 12, we get a wither skeleton for a bone and a piece of obsidian. We're actually going to do that right now. Whoop. Bone, we have, mob farm, yup, obsidian. Well, I've been mining downstairs. I'm going to show you that in a minute. So that's not a big deal. Come over here. Parkour. Before I do that, I want my good sword. You, and I probably also want to eat. Yeah, regeneration and such. So what you do is take these and you throw them close to the altar, then you wait for the particles. There you go. And right here we will get a wither skeleton in a second. Or 2, or 3. Come on. Didn't even have a chance. Ooh, we got a skull. Nice. Vorpal helps. Now why would I want to do that? Wither ash, I got a bone back. Okay, sure, wither skeleton skull. Well, with this one, we can turn that into that, wither dust. And wither dust can be turned into a lot of things. One of them is the unstable ender pearl, which you can use for 2 things. 1, the ender tether, which I've already made, and 2, the ender hopper, which will just hover up the floor around it. If we look at that, teleports nearby items into the container it is attached to, so you need to put that on a chest or something. Sneak and right click on the hopper should display the reach of the hopper unless disabled. I don't know, I haven't tested that because I don't have it yet. But we do have an ender tether. It's sticking right there. I've upgraded the mob farm. 1 more layer, yes. We have a serious situation down here. Look at that. Ooh, half of them have despawned already. Let's pick them up. There have been so many. I mean, do I need to say more? Yeah. Spooky, scary skeleton. Exactly. Okay, got those. Half of them got stuck in the hoppers underneath here. So I was going through here when I was level 10, and I immediately jumped to level 46. That is scary. Don't want to waste that. So I've already set up some tanks here where we will put that liquid XP into. Why are we going to do that? Well, because they have an empty slot. If we put if we put mending on our tools, our armor and such, we can put that stuff in here, and we'll soak up the liquid XP that's in here, and return the item fully repaired. Yup. Easiest way to repair your stuff, right? But we need to get that stuff in there. So I had a look at XP, what we could do. There's a couple of things. There's the Experience Solidifier. I think you just have to have stuff on top and it solidifies it. But Empowered, we're not there yet. Monolith of Experience will absorb all experience orbs in the same chunk. Can be retrieved by right-clicking on the monolith. I don't know if this works with a tank, because you're not right-clicking it really. And need this stuff, shulker pearls and shulker blocks. Just endstone shulker pearls. Yeah, we need to spawn in shulkers for that, which we can do with this guy. It's actually the last page. Yes, it is. Just endstone gives you a shulker, and then you right-click it, you get one pearl, and then you would have to do it again and again and again. So you need to summon more of those, which means, well, we don't need the Spirit of Birthing for that, so we need a crap ton of endstone for that. Yeah, that would work. This is what I really want to do, but then again, it needs a Soul Machine chassis. Well, that doesn't look too bad. It's just a simple machine chassis, which we are about to make, right? Yeah, but you need an alloy smelter for it, which needs an industrial machine chassis. Meh, meh, meh. Okay, so we're gonna with this one. The XP Vacuum pulls nearby XP orbs and pushes them into adjacent tanks or conduits. Needs to be activated with liquid XP. Okay, we're gonna get across that bridge when we get there, right? It needs iron, just iron, pulsating crystal, and an experience rod. Experience rod is just solarium and energetic alloy ingot. Now this isn't too bad. As soon as we have the alloy furnace, we can do that. It's gold, energetic blend, and that is just that. You know, it's easy. And solarium. Again, it's just gold and soul sand. We should have that. We can core that. So yeah, no problem. Okay, sure. That is doable. And then the pulsating crystal is a diamond surrounded by pulsating iron nuggets, which come from the ingot, obviously. And that's just iron and ender pearl. So going forward, we need more of those, which means we need more ender pearls. So one of the reasons I put that tether up there is so we can make more ender pearls. The other thing I did... Oh, that's a crystal that just broke. Perfect. This down here. I made a squid farm. Hey, look at that. It's actually working already. So this is why 64 to 46. That's where they spawn, right? Vanilla mechanics. And then they fall down here and they die, they suffocate, and all the things. And we should get all the stuff they're dropping, including that. Yeah, there you go. In here. And one of the rare drops they do is an ink pearl fragment. Which is... oh, we have 127. Last time I checked we had 4. So yeah, that's working beautifully. These can be used around Cactus Green to make 2 ink pearls, which can be used by smelting them up to make ender pearls. Yep, that's how we're gonna make those. We'll put some stuff away here. Empty bowls and such. Other than that, you know, farms seem to be running good. That's something. Now, the elephant in the room is up there, right? Yep. I did a bit of astral sorcery stuff. I mean, you might have already noticed over here. Oh, look at that. We just cleaned that up. Thank you. Level 50. Lovely. This we're going to need a little bit later. Actually, I don't know if we're going to need it at all, but, you know, I wanted to put it down so we have it when we need it. Right there where the torch is where the crafting station goes. A particular one for that structure. And if we go up here, well, it's not over here. That is the Starlight crafting altar we made last time. It's daytime, so we don't have much starlight in here. And the structures around it that this thing needs to work. You know, sooty marble and marble bricks and all the stuff. Once you upgrade this to the next one, which is this guy, the Starlight Crafting Altar, you will need this structure, which already is over here. Now you may notice when you look at this, then it's missing the top parts, right? That is the last tier, and it doesn't interfere with the actual structure that you need. So we can put the altar, once that upgrades, we can put that straight here. And then we can upgrade it one more time, we don't even need to break it, we can just sit here and the tier 4 structure is already complete. Which saves us a lot of time, yeah, believe me. Also done a lot of other marvelous things with Astro Sorcery, so let's start with that. Yes, that down there. What have I done? Oh, that's my nose. That's annoying. I've collected a lot of liquid starlight. It's all in here. Like, it's full, right? Lovely. I've taken the bucket. I put that liquid starlight into that little corner there. You can just dig a hole, you know, 1 block. That's all you need. And then you take a rock crystal, which are not in here. They are in here. Yeah, I mined a bunch of them. You take one of these and throw it in there. And what that does is it lets it grow. That was rather difficult to say. It lets it grow. Yes. So you see we have 3 stats here. Size, purity, and cutting. Right? Size you can increase by just throwing it into liquid starlight. When it reaches 400, which is the max size, it has a chance to split. When it splits, usually the purity goes up. So you want to find one that has a decent purity. Like 90. And then you want to grow it. And as you can see down here, I did that to a few. They are size 400. They split afterwards and made better ones. These are the 2 that I used the most, because purity 93, that's awesome, right? But once it splits, it will lose size, because it just split, right? It makes sense. The fragments are smaller than the original was. So you put them straight back into there and grow them again. And you do this until you reach a purity of 100. Like this. And a size of 400, which is the maximum for 2 of the studs. Now you need to increase the cutting. For that you need the grindstone. You just right click it on there and you keep right clicking. And once in a while you want to shift right click to get it back out and check it, because cutting reduces size. When size reaches 0, the crystal breaks, it's gone. I did that for about 2 hours. Do I need to say more? I think it's good, right? So whenever we do craft something that needs a rock crystal, we're just going to use these. Whenever we craft something that actually cares about the stats, like that, because the lens is really heavy on the size, purity, and cutting, as you can see, we're going to use those. Yes. They have some properties that are inherited by the object. So for example, if the purity is like 0%, even though you make a lens, it will not just leave starlight through, because with 0% it's just clouded and dirty and all the stuff. You don't get much starlight through it. You will lose a lot of it. So that's where we want to use these. And I can always just take one of these and throw it in there together with some starlight, and then, you know, have it split and then grow it and have it split and grow it. And that's what I did with these. It's all good. I also removed a lot of the torches, as you can see. We now have these lovely luminescent things. Can't remember what it was. The dust. Because you can just stand here with the dust in hand and right click and you shoot the dust to the block you're pointing at. It's really cool. And they are all over there. And they don't render in from this distance. You can see one at the top there, and when I look at it, it's gone. Yep, there was one there, and there's also some over there, and on those pillars, and pretty much everywhere. And they don't render in all the time, which is okay. I mean, those torches, they are an eyesore, right? I only have those, so a mob farm actually does work during the day. During the night, we don't get any mobs. I still haven't lit up enough area around here. I also got rid of most of the water in this area. As you can see, exchanging gadget for the win. Yeah. Everywhere where there's torches missing, we have this luminous dust. So don't worry about that. But that just was to increase the spawning rates in our squid farm. And it works quite beautifully, as you can see. Okay, so what am I going to do first? Well, I don't know. I have not planned that far ahead. Nah, just kidding. Let's have a look. Where are we? We're right here. Next thing we need to do is build a lens and a linking tool. We want to get to this this is really what we want, and then immediately there. I also already acquired enough electrum ingots. You know, it's our kiln over there smelts that stuff. I think I put them over here somewhere. I made some. There you go. Also made some steel. We have 900 of those crystals. I also checked what the kiln can do. So there's Constantan and bronze and soul steel. I made more of that because we're gonna need it. So 1, 2, those two. Plus that can be made in the kiln. I think that's it. If you really want to go into alloying, you need an alloy smelter, which we're gonna get to right here. Alloy furnace, that's the one. And if you look in my bookmarks, it's there. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. And we're gonna get to that. I also want to get to the enchanter, which just needs some dark steel. And if you look at that, alloy furnace, it's just steel and obsidian, which we both have. And then we can make the enchanter. And with the enchanter, we can finally go and put certain ingredients in and always get the desired book. That is so good. One thing I haven't seen yet, which we really want, is mending, and it just needs that experience sword, which we also need for that thing. A book and quill, which, you know, it's just that. We have ink sacs now. It's not really a big deal. Do we ever get to see an ink sac here? Hello? There you go. A feather and a book, yeah, we have that, no problem. I already took down the enchantment setup we had over here, and as you can see we have book and quills, we have more books. I made all the stuff just so that we can start whenever we finally have stuff we can start with. Cool, so lens, what do we need? Starlight Crafting Altar is set up. We need glass lenses, we need any kind of crystal really. Gold, engraved infused wood, now that's a bit of a thing. That's not it. Infused wood planks, infused wood. There you go. You take wood, logs, throw them into liquid starlight, and you get that. I already made a couple of those. I don't know if we still have any. It's not in here. There? No. Okay. Where'd all that stuff go? I made something with it. Can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, right. I remember what it was. It's over here. Engineer's workbench, which we need for some stuff. Not yet, but, you know, we do. And there's the infused wood. Oh, thank you very much. Let's take all that stuff. Cool. I also made this machine, which is the crusher. Now, the crusher is a little bit of a weird thing. Can I get up here? You have to throw stuff in here, and then these rollers start grinding. That's why I have the dropper up there. So whatever I want to grind, I put in here. It gets transported up there. It gets dropped in there. And then there's an output right there going into the hopper, into the pipe in here. And I've already ground up some quartz and some obsidian, which we're going to need for some crafting recipes later on. So that's all prepared. I am prepared. Gosh, I'm getting stuck. Also made some steel plates, which we're going to need. And we're going to do this. And we're going to use this a little bit later. And I don't know what to use that for right now. And then we have those things. And I can put my sword away. Here you go. Okay, let's get to it. Lens. Glass lens is just a glass pane. Oh, yeah. If we had Starlight Infusion, we need to make in the Celestial Altar, for which we need the Star Metal Ingot, which we're still working on. So, yeah, catch 22. So for right now, this is not an option. This is one. So we need glass panes, an aquamarine, in the luminous crafting table, or any upgrade of that. And that should give us a glass lens. Lovely. Let's grab a stack of you. Engraved infused wood. So how do we do that? In the luminous crafting table we can do this. Or we can just do it anywhere. It doesn't really matter. From the infused wood planks. Okay, since we have that, we might as well do this, right? Gives us 4. That's more than enough. Do it. Thank you. That was fast. This thing is faster than the earlier version of it, which makes it really good. Ruled marble. Right here. Coming right up. Thank you very much. Do it. Looks good. And it doesn't go down or anything, so you don't really know if that's working, because you can't see progress in any way. But it looks cool. It really looks cool. And now we just hope for the best. Thank you. That gave us 5. That is a bit Let's go. Okay, lens complete. Now we need the linking tool. I don't know if this is important here. See, this shows you size, purity, cutting. This doesn't. So I would imagine that it's completely unimportant. So we're gonna use anyone. Let's use the worst one we can find. Let's use that one. Yes. Do we have everything else? Missing sticks and everything. Missing logs. I'm gonna leave those here too, just in case we need them. It's getting full in here. I found a shooting star earlier. Just by looking at the night sky, you can see them. They are pretty visible, if they appear. And it was coming down, I think behind that mountain, right behind that mountain. So I ran over there just to see what happened. And I arrived there right when it crashed into the ground. Huge explosion. Thank you very much. Linking tool. And I found this thing. That illusion scroll. Strange constellation is drawn on this scroll. Discovering it should provide additional clues. So if we make a telescope, we can look at the night sky and find constellations. Let's have a look at this thing real quick. And you know me, really quick, right? This. It tells you it needs to be like dark and this much of a moon and such a weird name. And these stars need to be visible, and then you can draw the lines in between them, and that will unlock that constellation and tell you more about it when you look in your book under constellations. You will find them in here. Right? And when you look at it and it says, yeah, this is what it does, okay. And those are needed later for that big thing over there. We're gonna get to that. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. Back in here, and another chapter complete, no rewards. Thank you very much. So now we're gonna do this. Create star metal ingots. You go, you go. So you get them from star metal ore. How do you get star metal ore? You use starlight transmutation. Now this doesn't really tell you how it works. It is actually quite easy, and since it's still nighttime, let's go past this structure. Surprise. And we're gonna go over there. Yep, I actually dug a tunnel, so I don't have to look for it all the time. I'll probably put down some concrete here. There you go. Remember that thing? Also put that here, just in case. Now we can use the linking tool and do that and that. That unlinks it from that. No, it's still linked. That's cool. Aha! That. In multiple? Nope, that one. So if I do this, and then do that. Is that a thing? Well, that is a thing, I'll be damned. Okay, sure. Give me that. Seems like we're getting some star metal here. Might as well do more, right? That spot is still linked, the XYZ coordinate, so it's actually going already. And now I should be able to just do that. We have to link you first. Like that. I see the particles, it is working. Ha! That's cool. This looks so weird. Like an SD texture. There you go. Put half of them in there. And you should be able to see it grinding now. Yep, there it goes. It's really noisy, as you cannot hear, because super sound muffler. It seems like you have to restart your game, or at least, you know, close the world and log in again, for this sound to be recognized by the sound muffler. You edit, and you still hear it. But the next time you log in, everything's fine. That's good. So 8 ore give you 16 stardust. Lovely. So what can we do now? This one can just be smelted down to ingots, which we're going to do in a second. And this one can be used in an arc furnace to make a star metal ingot, but only in an arc furnace, it seems. There's no other furnace up here. Or recipes for the win. I mean, there are a few. Some of which we probably want to have. Yeah. Whatever. And night vision. We're gonna get that. Oh, believe me, we're gonna get that. With this going on, we're doing so many things at night. I want to have night vision. No, I'm wrong here. I want to go in here and you. There you go. Because that will give us that. We need 4, that's fine, we make 8. It's all good, right? That means I can take that out of here. And the next thing already is the simple machine chassis. That's good. We got 1 so far. Can you go any slower? We really need a better furnace, but for that we need electricity and mostly that. Let's have a look at this thing. Pretty much half of industrial foregoing is behind the simple machine chassis. One of the things is the resourceful furnace, which runs on RF. It's a gold gear. Yeah, that's pretty easy to do. Yeah, sure. No problem there. It's just some sticks and some iron, some gold. 2 Furni, which we have sitting right here. Right? Some plastic, which we also need to make. Comes from tiny dry rubber, comes from that. Comes from the latex processing unit, which again needs a simple machine chassis and some furnace and some iron and some easy stuff. So we're finally getting into machines. And I'm not talking about those super blocks there. Also, free XP. Eight. All of a sudden, that went really fast. Let's get back up here, because I'm pretty sure we need to be up here. And probably forgot half of the things we need. So, for that. We don't need it for that. Doesn't look like it, right? Steel plate, steel. Aha. So electrum nuggets, grains of infinity, and star metal ingots. 1. We're gonna make a bunch of these. That's iron bars. Okay, so let's grab all the things. Yes. 8. Sure, why not? Okay, so now I want to make you in here. 8. Oh, thank you very, very much. Immediately. All of that off my hotbar, please. You will get a spot there. I'm going to take you back out. Just to block that, because we're going to need that. Whew! So, now we're getting into applied energistics. Are we? Yes, we are. Not today, though. We're done! Look at that. 95%. What are we missing? No, seriously, what are we missing? There's no rewards. It's all ticked. I don't see any... Oh, you battery block. Up there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that later. I still need to pick that up just to have that ticked. And I hope that doesn't unlock anything here. That would worry me. But then again, you can see everything else, unlocked or not. So, Chapter 4. You immediately get a capacitor bank and a meteorite compass. Lovely, we don't need either of those. I take the battery bank though, that's good. And then, alloy furnace and manufactory are the first 2 things we definitely want. That sounds good. It's pretty annoying. So, lead ingot, flint, simple machine chassis, copper, solenoid, and all the things. Okay, let's go and do that. Oh, lead ingots. Sure. Can't think straight. They look like this now. I mean, the block looks grey, the nugget looks grey. Yeah, that changed in between pack updates somewhere, but just don't worry about it. It is what it is. Something broke. That's down. Need more of all the things. That's just what it is. Nope, just 1 please. Thank you. And alloy furnace, which needs a lot more things. Those we have. Basic plating is lead ingots and graphite dust. Oh, here we're getting into things. Graphite dust. We don't have graphite ingot. I said we don't have graphite ingot. How about you then? Carbon dust in a manufactory. Oh, we just made a manufactory. Surprise! Can we put that up somewhere? Well, for now, I guess. Here would be good. How about... it doesn't matter. Put you there. Nope. Need those 2. My inventory looks like... Ugh. Yeah. Gonna live with it. Also, quest complete. There actually was a quest right here that needed these 2 things, which I've been using for a while now. So, yeah, thank you very much for the free thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of these, put it on top, and then we're gonna get rid of all the stuff in my hotbar. We're gonna take this copper coil and say, you You to that one. And that should slowly, and finally we are able to see how much we actually get through this wire. Micro infinity per tick, which is basically RF per tick. So yeah, we're getting things. Lovely. And then we can say I want output here, input here. That should be good for now. Also output here, please. Because that's where we're going to put machines. For example, this one. Oh yes. Are you kidding me? You were saying? Oh, well, yeah, that's okay. You're annoying, but at least you're not in the base. Whew. First thing we want to do to these machines. Nuclear craft machines on top of that. We want to upgrade them. Nuclear craft upgrades. There are speed upgrades, which use more power, and then there are energy updates, which reduce power consumption. For this, we need obsidian dust, which we made, and nether quartz dust, or crushed quartz, which we made in the crusher, and then it's just a weighted pressure plate, which is that. So that's not a big thing. For this, that's even easier, right? So let's go and do that. That cave illuminator works, that's why we have all that water, it smelts all the ice. But I've just been going through here with this guy, and vein mining, and later I used the destruction tool to make tunnels and such. And, if we get close enough, we might even be able to see some. I mean, there's the horizon. Didn't go this way though. I went that way. At least get out of the water. There's a tunnel, right there. Let's see if we can get to a spot where we can actually see stuff. Yeah, see? That's quite a bit. That's like 800 blocks or so that way. And then I turned left, went that way, and I came back over there. You know, I should really go into creative mode here and just activate flight and fly around that and show you how long that is, but this is the short tour I took last time. Yeah, there's more tunnel behind that, which you can't see from here because that thing is in the way. Bit of pity. Anyway, that's where all the rock crystals come from. Obviously with that we got a lot, and I mean a crap ton, of ice. So I made the void satchel and whitelisted ice, which means we're never going to pick up ice when we mine. That was really helpful. I can tell you that much. Okay, where were we? You're done. I want you. For that we need to make you. For that we need to have graphite dust. For that we want to do carbon dust, which is coal in the crusher. This is a bit of a thing here. You, coal. Well, that's where we're going to make. I can't even remember. Those, right? We should have everything except for the plates. This is going to take a minute or two. Yeah, let's do its thing. I hope that's the right stuff it generates and it isn't ore dictionary or anything like that. Let's do that. Let's do that. That's 32, that's not bad. And then, seems like we can do this. That uses up pretty much all of my quartz dust though. I don't want that. Let's make 16. Although, this doesn't need quartz dust, right? I don't know how many you can use at the same time. Who cares? We can make more quartz dust. Redstone and lapis. One more of you, and a stack of you. And that should also be quite a bunch. Yeah, that's not that many, but then again, having more energy upgrades is better than having more speed upgrades, because it saves us on stuff. So, hello there. Yeah, you can right click to install that stuff, or you can just go in here like that and do this and that. Does it say anywhere? Oh, right there. Energy stored a lot. Speed multiplier times 17, and we're using 340 IF per tick. If we were to take out the energy upgrade, 5,780 IF per tick. We don't have that. Look at that difference. If we take that out, it's just 20 IF per tick, but then it doesn't go any faster. So we're going to do this. How about this? Yeah. This is regular speed. You want upgrades. That's enough for now. You do the rest in your free time, please. You go in here. Just don't worry about it. To Get all that stuff off my hotbar. It's driving me nuts! So, 4 of these, please. That's 4. Thank you. Don't need any more. Not right now. And then we can have nothing because we're missing redstone dust. That never happened before. And then we can have an alloy furnace. Obviously, since that is also a nuclear craft machine, it has the same updates. Updates? Upgrades. That just went full of 72,000 IRF per tick. Not per tick. 72,000 IRF stored. It's cool. That's done. Take those out. Put them in here. For now we have to do that. And now we can alloy all the things. Let's try that, shall we? One of you, which is 64. I like it when they stack like that. Don't do that for all the items, unfortunately. Like my food. Nope. Okay, I take those. Sure. Whoop. See how fast that is? Do you want to wait that long? Really? And there you have it. So we have dark steel, which is steel plus obsidian. We have energetic alloy, and we have a solarium, which I just showed you the recipe of, right? And now we can go in here and say 2 of these. 1 of that. Let's do this one first. You in here. You in here. Thank you very much. And then also with the dark steel, I'm just gonna make the enchanter. And now we have 1 surplus experience rod. What could that be for, I wonder? There you go, looking good. You can actually go show recipes and then shift click stuff in here. So we're gonna take 1 of these. I don't know how many we need. How about that many? We have 51 levels, so we should be good. Let's see if we find anything that we want. How about mending? How about mending? Not sitting close enough. Do you actually need the box around here? You do need that, which I have. Right? Shouldn't be anything missing, or is mending just disabled because screw you. Could be. Luck of the sea, just more lapis. Okay, sure. How about you? Oh, it's not enough. Oh yeah, it's not enough. Oh, that's it. Sure, night vision, thank you. Let's take some of that and 1 of those. And put you in there, and put you in there, and you in... Ah! Not derping around too much today, am I? So, how about you and mending? Ooh, this will come in handy in a second. How about you and night vision? This has to go on the helmet as it says there, sure, yeah. It's night. Perfect. Ta-da! Ooh. Ooh. Me likey. So, give me all your XP for the last time. And then we should just remove that one. And put you right here. Now, this needs to be activated, it said, right? Needs to be activated with liquid XP. Okay. I have a plan. He said. I failed. You. Come with me. Let me go. Also disable step assist so I'm not tripping over that door all the time. So, you're right below this guy. So if I put this in here, I'm filling up stuff. And if I go push, it should push it out. Into that guy? Yes, see? It's activated now. Range 6. That should be enough. Can't go any further than the border, right? Which also means we could probably put full blocks in here if we wanted. Not gonna bother. That should be good. It is activated, so now we go downstairs. And the way I set this up is everything will filter through to the bottom. Like this one is pulling from the one above, and the one above is pulling from the one above, and yeah, you get my drift, right? So I'm gonna do pull, and then we should be able to just do this. Oh, look at that. Drained everything, and as you can see, their durability is going up. Ah, that is the second one I made. Because with all the mining I did downstairs, the first one broke without me noticing, really. So, all my levels are gone. I had 50 of them. We could put the solidified XP in here, as you've seen, just there, and it will turn to liquid. I'm just going to keep them there. We might need them for other stuff. I mean, you've just seen how we can use that to just initiate the hopper above. What I'm interested in is if we go F7. Is that a full block or not? It is. You can see the tiny sparks right there. There's a red dot. And there's one. And there's also one, which means that that player plate over there is in the dark. And you can also sometimes see them over here. If that was a transparent block, the light would spread all the way over here, and I think even that and that plate. That's the first one that would go red. This one wouldn't even have a yellow X because it would get all the light from the outside, probably from that guy or something. But that tells me that's totally dark in there, so we just need to see if it actually works. And I mean, there's no reason why it shouldn't. It doesn't need power or anything, so we just go up here. Is it night or is it not? Oh, the sun is coming up. Lovely. You critters over there should start dying soon. That guy certainly is dying. Perfect. And the orbs disappeared, and they should be in there. And I should go back and grab my pick. My AIoT. Nope, that's right. This way, please. Yeah, all of you die. Perfect. Let's see it popping up in here. Yep, there it goes. Filtering all the way through. Still not done though. It takes a bit. Hey, it's mending for free, right? Nothing we need to worry about. This should fill up relatively quickly, and then we can just pop our stuff in there. I will enchant all of these with mending, and then we should be good. So, in this lovely basement right here, I'm going to say goodbye to you, good sirs and madams and kids and all the people. And I'll see you again next time when we do more interesting stuff. I don't know if that's going to be Astral Sorcery, because technically, if you look at this, that's it. We're done. That's all the Astral Sorcery we needed to do. I'm going to get into that a little bit more, but now I do want to go down here. We're going to make the Ender IO conduits so we can transfer items and fluids and, you know, electricity around. And then we're going to go and do our storage system. Probably somewhere in between we need a generator. Yeah. Alright. That's it for today, folks. Have a good one. Bye-bye.